everyone, so welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're here from TikTok, you'll know what I'm doing. The bags under my eyes are awful. I know it's been a couple of years since I've posted, but I decided to start it back up again. This week I'm going to be doing the large scale pick and mix. If you follow my TikTok or any other social media account, you'll see that I do the pick and mix series, which is basically where I choose out of these little bags a subject and a style to do, and I draw it as best as I possibly can. But I decided to do a slightly longer version on YouTube, which is where I'm going to take one of these and put it on there. I'm going to make it bigger. Because bigger is better. Especially when it's a McDonald's burger. Okay, so the person that I believe chose the first number, it was on my Instagram. If you want to be a part of this, make sure that you're following my TikTok, Instagram. You can be a part of it and choose the next one. The person that chose this number is Elrin Codicin, and she chose the number 7. And number 7 is the neo-traditional mermaid. I did really enjoy drawing this, but I did wish that it was slightly bigger, so I'm gonna have a lot of fun making this bigger. So here's how it went. So first off, I started with a quick sketch. I usually try and sketch my stuff out. Then once I'm finished with the rough sketch, I go in with some colours and try and experiment and see which colours would work out best. I was going for kind of a green and purple palette, but you'll see that that does change throughout. Now I'm just sketching the roughest of rough designs. Like, this design didn't look nearly anything like what it ended up as. I am just measuring out as well the border of what I want the subject to be sat on, and I want it all to be even. As you can see, I didn't use the grid method. I literally just went off, I would say hand-eye reference, but I didn't even use a reference. This is completely just from my head, what I know of anatomy. God, I really can't speak today. I do have one of these like little doll things I did use for the sort of where the arms and the shoulders and all that would connect, because I did want it to be as best as possible. As you can see, I'm pretty clueless onto what I'm doing. I'm just trying to add as I go along. And I found it really funny that I squint so much when I draw, and it's just really. What does every artist need? A snack break, in my case KFC, and it was delish. Then I was back to drawing the facial features. They were really difficult, I'm not gonna lie, because even though this was a larger scale, it was so difficult to do like such features on such a small like area. I'm sorry, I'm really bad at talking today. Then I sort of started with the hairline. I wanted to see where the hair would go in. As you can see, there are a few rough light lines of the hair going over the breasts, but later that just disappeared. I just wanted the hair to sort of be wavy behind. Then I did the tail. I added like this cartilage, yeah, I think that's how you say it, you know, as if something was like an olive kind of thing, just to make the tail appear like flexible but still like one shape. Now I've done the hair. As you can see, it's all just behind it. I thought it gave this kind of Ursula look. Then I decided to go back to the sketchpad or the sketchbook and experiment with a few more colours. I like to do this first because obviously once it's on the paper, it's on there and you can paint over it, but it's a lot harder. Then I went and filled in the background. I ended up not really liking this colour. I think I did try and go over with some white on it, but it just didn't work out very well. I used the Phthalo blue, I think it's pronounced. I'm not too sure. Yeah, and it's a really, really dark. I'm so sorry if I'm pronouncing this wrong, but then I mixed the Phthalo green, the blue that we just used, and then titanium white. It created that really nice blend, and I used that as the second colour of the hair. I then took the white and made a third hair colour just to sort of give it depth. I then decided to go into bubbles. At this point I did wonder whether or not I should have changed the colours. Then for the cartilage I made this sort of purple colour. Again, I think the colours kind of ended up all being very similar tone, and so the contrast wasn't great, so I knew that I would have to put some contrasting colours in there somewhere. It would be so cool if this is how quickly I actually did paint in real life. But anyway, I went to paint the tail and decided the right colour for the tail would be this gorgeous lemon yellow. It's very lemony, as you can see. This did create contrast, but I wasn't happy with the colour itself. So I thought to myself, well, I've painted it already, I might as well continue it, and then we'll go back to it after. I wondered to myself what I could do in order to fix this and decided to go for this gold colour. I will put all the colours in the bio or the information box. I don't know, I didn't use YouTube that much. Just to show you guys what I used. Again, I went onto the scrap piece of paper to do this, just so I wouldn't be making any mistakes. Then as always got distracted by TikTok and decided it was time to start the hands. Again, I started with the lemon yellow, and the gold was experimentation of the yellow and gold mixed together, which you will see in a moment. I actually painted the hand the wrong way around, like I drew it the right way, but I got carried away with my paints and I painted it the wrong way, so I fixed that later on. Now I have to make this gorgeous colour for the body, which was a mixture of silver and this pale green and then white. I do believe I used Python blue, or I can't say it, but I'm sure I used ultramarine blue as well, but I guess not. As I'm painting and painting, I realise I don't like the colour of this body, and so decided to go over it with the silver. Without mixing it with anything else. I did find problems with this because it didn't let the paint dry, and so there was a lot of gaps. Now here's where the gold is relevant. I waited for the lemon yellow paint to dry and went over the tail with a gold to give it a similar shimmer to the body. For the different shades of the tail, I did use the crimson red, and I believe I used the ultramarine blue. This is me struggling, and I used the same method as I did the hair, where I had three different shades of the same colour, just to create a bit more depth. I then used this colour for the tail, and again used the same method of multiple different colours, and this is just me enjoying a sing-song. I don't know what I was singing. The tail was super tedious because obviously I drew it the first time and I used 4 different colours to create this kind of like effect, and yeah, that meant I did the tail about 5 times. And you know we're nearly finished because that's when the highlights make an appearance, and let's be honest, the highlights are the best part of a piece. To make the scales more shimmery, I used the titanium white and the gold for spots, and then began to line. Lining the work really did bring the whole thing together. I find it separates the colours much nicer, and it gives it that bit of contrast that maybe this piece was missing without that liner. Once that was all complete, this was the finishing product. I hope you guys really enjoyed the video. So this is the finishing piece, as you've just seen, and yeah, I'm kind of happy with it. I think I could have done better. I think the colour palette was a bit strange. I wish the purple was more obvious. You live and you learn. If you want to decide what the next pick and mix episode is going to be, then leave comments below, leave comments on my TikTok, on my Instagram, and this time I'll count and see what the votes are instead of the first serve kind of thing. There is a new pick and mix episode coming out on my TikTok this week, so make sure you go and have a look at that. Thank you so much for joining me. Bye! See my face. Hi guys, so if you are on my